The number one complaint for radar detector owners would be, more than likely, the number of false alarms that radar detectors give, particularly when driving through the city. And the reason why are these little things here. That is a K-band transmitter that is connected to the door on this shop. It's continually firing K-band radar to detect when people walk up to the door to open it for them. And it's this K-band radar, which is, and also X-band as well, are what causes all these false alarms. Now you can see the Valentine in Euro mode. If we've selected little u Euro mode, it actually turns K-band off. Another thing that I love about the Valentine is how easy it is to toggle K and on and off. If you're driving through the city, you can turn K off, and vice versa. When you want to turn it back on, simply hold the button. There we go. It's detecting our turn through there. Just mute that for a second. So you don't have to go into the programming menu and press 16 buttons to be able to turn K-band off. You can turn K-band on and off with just holding the main button down for the Valentine for a couple of seconds to toggle between uppercase U and lowercase u. Lowercase u being K-band off, so it's just KA and laser, and uppercase U being K-band turned on. This of course all when it's set to Euro mode on. Here's an example of the Valentine's unique muting feature for K-band. We're approaching a false K-band signal ahead. You can see the Valentine has detected it. It is showing us with the front arrow, but is not beeping at the full volume. It would only beep if it exceeded a certain threshold. Now you can see it's in the rear antenna. It's detecting that same signal, and it hasn't gone into a full alarm. Now it's just finished. Now to show you by comparison how the Bell and Escorts can reduce false alarms with auto mute. You see once it first detects K-band at full volume, but then it automatically drops it to a lesser volume. Just passing the false source now. So it is still beeping, but it's certainly doing it at a lower volume. Now we're finished. And our third detector, the Whistler Pro 78 Rev C, tries to filter false K-band signals with its programming. There's also somewhat of a reduced sensitivity at the distance it detected it. You see it finished earlier than the Bell did as well. So that's how the three different detectors try and reduce some of the false alarm signals. We're approaching a petrol station which has a K-band automatic opening door. This demonstrates the Valentine's ability to reduce the annoying false alerts. Coming up to the petrol station now. And you can see that it's detected the K-band, but it's not alerting at full volume because the signal strength didn't exceed the threshold that we've set, and now that it's passed approaching the second false K-band, you can see it's alerting to it still, the front antenna. Only now that we've exceeded the strength threshold is the Valentine actually alerting at full volume. As soon as we pass, it automatically drops back down again. You can see it's the rear arrow is showing you once we've passed the source, it automatically cuts it down to the muted volume again, which makes a much more quieter ride. This time we have a Bell GX65, same kind of software settings that the Escorts have. The way the Bell and Escort products work to minimise false alarms is with what they call auto mute. So when the radar first detects a signal, it comes on at full volume. Just passing the same petrol station now. And the Bell didn't detect the K-band on that one. Alright, approaching the same shopping centre.
K-band.
So your radar detector comes on at full volume and then automatically drops to a lesser volume. Now this is okay, but I still prefer the Valentine working the opposite, coming on at a softer volume and only going to full volume if the strength exceeds a certain threshold or is detected for a certain amount of time. Our third radar detector is the Whistler Pro 78. This is a Rev C. We're approaching this same petrol station with K-band transmitter on the automatic opening door. We'll see if the Whistler picks it up. No detection from the Whistler. This could be seen as a good thing, filtering out weaker K-band signals as we approach the shops up ahead. See the Whistler alerting to the K-band.
K-band.
And now the Whistler is detecting that little transmitter we showed at the start of the video above the door. There we go.